Waitress paid for soldier's meal. Once, in a small-town diner, a young soldier walked in, wearing his dusty uniform, clearly tired. After a long journey, he sat quietly in the corner and looked at the menu. But when the waitress approached, she noticed the way he kept checking his wallet. His hands hesitated, and his eyes looked heavy with worry. She smiled kindly and asked what he would like to order. He quietly said, "Just a coffee, please." She knew he needed more than that, so she gently asked, "You sure nothing else?" He gave a small nod and whispered, "I cannot afford more today." The waitress felt a wave of compassion. She walked back to the counter and decided she would pay for his meal herself. Without telling him, she quickly prepared a hot plate of food with eggs, bread and soup, and brought it over, placing it in front of him with a warm smile. The soldier looked confused and said, "Mum, I only ordered coffee." She replied, "It is on the house today. Eat well, you deserve it." His eyes then filled with tears, and he tried to refuse, but she insisted, "Please, it is my honor to serve you after everything you do for this country." Trembling with gratitude, the soldier bowed his head and began to eat slowly, savoring every bite as though it was the best meal of his life. Other customers in the diner started noticing the small act, and soon the whole room felt silent, watching kindness in action. When he finished his meal, the soldier stood up, placed his hand on his chest and said, "Thank you more than I can ever explain." He then left quietly with a soft smile. Hours later, when the waitress returned to clean the table, she found a small folded note under the empty coffee cup. She opened it, and tears rolled down her cheeks inside it. "Read, dear kind soul. I came home today after serving 2 years overseas. This was my first real meal in months. Thank you for reminding me that there is still goodness in this world. May God bless you forever." The waitress held the note close to her, heart realizing that her simple decision to pay for a meal had touched a soul deeply. The story spread across the town, and people began treating soldiers and strangers with more respect, remembering that even the smallest act of kindness can change a life forever. So if you ever see someone in need, remember the story of the waitress and the soldier. Kindness costs nothing but means everything, and it can create a chain of goodness that never ends. Subscribe now for more inspiring stories, and always choose kindness, because you never know whose life you might change today.